character of its setting, utilizing raw timbers to resemble the type of materials used since long before recorded history. The walls would actually be trellis panels to follow the movement of the sun and provide varying degrees of shade throughout the day.
The copper is going to be a key element to complete that trellis aspect of it. These are both the vertical and the horizontal panels. They will create kind of this idea of kind of this basket weaving, which ties back into this native aspect of one of the inspirations behind the project.
Of course, there were significant challenges for the engineering team: high winds and flooding.
Shown here has to be able to resist the design loads of 105-mile-an-hour winds going through the Truckee Canyon there.
And then came the question of how to cover construction costs. The Nature Conservancy sought help from the Associated General Contractors.
Our McCarran Ranch restoration site will eventually be open to the public. It's not open yet, but when it is open, this will be the anchor piece of the public access aspect of McCarran Ranch and the restoration work, so that people can come and enjoy the site.
If the apprenticeship programs agreed to help out with the project, the Shade Pavilion was one step closer to realization.
This looks like a great opportunity to have the various apprenticeship programs participate and put the footings, foundations. The carpenters could help with the woodwork. We could probably have the laborers assist. The operating engineers could dig the footings.
The sheet metal workers apprenticeship would be greatly interested in participating. It gives them a unique opportunity to work on an architectural project. Usually our work is hidden within a structure. It gives them something to show off to the community and the public, the work that we do.
Well, from the Operating Engineers Joint Apprenticeship Council, I think we'd like to get involved. It gives the apprentices some hands-on experience. Plus, it also puts into their mind the notion of giving back to the community.
It seems like a very exciting project. It would fit well, with the Carpenter's Apprenticeship Training Program. They get to interact with some of the other trades, what they don't typically get to do on the job site or in school.
Great.
It's great to see everybody come together and have labor and management, the architectural team, as well as the Nature Conservancy and members of the AGC come together, put together a project that the community will be able to enjoy for many years.
The Associated General Contractors unanimously agreed that the project would be worthwhile. With cooperation from the Carpenters, Operating Engineers, Iron Workers, and Painters Union apprenticeship programs, the project began in earnest in the winter of 2006. A site was chosen on the banks of the river, near where the new meander would soon be dug.
Past the construction site, we're looking at the McCarran Ranch house. That was Senator McCarran, where he grew up, and the story is that he would ride into Sparks to go to school.
You know what that means for us, Carlos? What's that? It means we got to backtrack.
These are our Carpenter Union partners, the apprenticeship program. Without their assistance, there's no way that this project would be possible, because it's a tremendous expense that they're saving us.
No, I think it's buried underneath those stakes on this side of the trailer.
Okay, I got just enough to finish these last ones.
I don't want to haul these. Those just go over in the pile over there, okay? All right. At this phase of construction, it's much like the foundation on a house. Very similar. The concrete has to go down to stabilize the overall structure. And so the apprentices in the program are stripping the footings, installing the steel cages that were tied by the Iron Workers Apprenticeship, and getting ready to put the sonotubes down that will contain the concrete that becomes the support structure for the upper structure. One of the things that's become very important is that all of the trades get together to perform the successful completion of a building. In this particular project, the very interesting aspect of it is we have all of the apprenticeships involved. Before the project is fully completed, we will have approximately 218 different apprentices that will work on this project. They're learning, they're being able to participate in giving back to the community, which readily gives work to us on a daily basis. The apprentices get to work on a real project instead of just building something and tearing it apart on Friday at the end of the class. In this instance, they're building something that is real world, which means that it requires a high degree of craftsmanship, which is the pride that our unions were built on.
With the foundation